Hello everybody. So I wanted to take a moment and talk about this buck knife. This is the Buck 101. It is the same form factor and size of the Buck 110, which is arguably one of the most common, most well-known knives damn near ever, I would say. And this is the fixed blade version of it. This was the buck of the month for August, and I have worn it since I received it. I have used it since I received it for food prep, a lot of food prep, and just general use. It is now September 2nd, and they released this back on National Knife Day, which I forget exactly when that was. As you can see, I got some use on her already. But yeah, been using this. It comes with the drop point blade. It is done in 154 cm. You can see right there, Boss heat treat. So far, so good, no problems. It came stupid sharp. It stayed sharp. I've had no problems there. And it's just an absolute beautiful, beautiful knife. I love carrying it. It came with a sheath that is on my belt right now. I would show you the sheath. The sheath leaves something to be desired, I suppose, just because it's kind of the standard drop-down sheath. So it just belt carries straight down, and I'm not a big fan of that. Other knives that I've had that are fixed blades, I usually prefer, scout carry or just a different orientation than straight down. It's not my favorite style, but it works. It works. Let me give you some close-up while I smoke my cigar. Got that pewter buck emblem. This is a Rich Light scale. So, recycled paper. Essentially what that is, Greystone, comes out of Greystone Harbor, I think is what it's called. Done by Rich Light. So that's pretty cool. And it's kind of cool to me because I'm in the paper making business. Silver bolster. Full tang. Yeah, just a cool blade. Just a cool blade. Now, why did I kind of want to talk about this a little bit more? And that is because Buck of the Month is such a cool thing. For those who've been a collector of buck for a while, you might remember SK Blades. Shout out to them. They're no longer around. Unfortunately, I recently reached out to the guy who was doing that, and he said that it is done. Unfortunately, he had a contact there. COVID kind of did it in. But they were making special runs of blades, whether that be this blade or other blades. But I should say not this blade, but blades similar to this. And they were doing special runs with different materials. Well, then COVID hit, and his contact, I think, had been let go. And then this Buck of the Month had come out, the idea of it. And in my opinion, it almost kind of ripped him off. Now, that might be wrong of me to say, and I don't mean to say something out of turn, but it really did seem like that, because all of a sudden Buck was now doing it, and they weren't doing any business with this guy. I think he did some cool stuff. You might remember he did the 110 that had the burlap scales and was done in silver bolsters, drop point. I forget the steel, 20 CV, I do believe. And so he was kind of doing something a little different, and then all of a sudden that all went away, and now we're getting Buck of the Month, where they come out with a limited edition. They've only made 500 of these, and that's what we're doing. So that kind of sucks. But the good part that comes with that is the fact that this Buck of the Month program offers you something that is unique. And that, for me, was the ability to buy a blade that correlates with the birth of my children. So this is August Buck of the Month. I had to have this, not because I love the design. The design's cool, but it's not something that I desperately need. It was something that was special to me because my daughter was born in August. So when she was born, I was waiting and waiting and waiting for this knife to drop, because I had one from my son when he was born in September of 21. That knife is seen here. Knife ship free, slip. Fits perfectly in there. This is not where I got this knife. You got to get these on Buck's website, but just shout out to them because I always like their slips. This was the knife that they did back when he was born. And this is the 301. Black burlap micarta. I forget the blade steel. Might have been 154.2, I don't remember. But anyways, this was a cool blade. So I've been carrying this now. And I carry them both in tandem because I think they make perfect pairing. You got similar design elements such as the black. You got polished, satin, both silver at least, and they both complement each other. Instead of popping this puppy out all the time, I can then just pop this out. So I've been running that. I run other blades too occasionally, but I really like the pairing that this offers me. And I love that black micarta. That black burlap micarta. So, all in all, great size. I do have, I run extra large gloves, and it fits perfect in my hand. Great food prep knife. I've had no problems there. You gotta clean it. Boss heat treat. Again, no problems. No problems. And it's just a beautiful knife. They are sold out, and I hate doing that to you. I don't want to show you knives that are sold out, but that's the nature of this beast. I think if you want to pick up a knife like this one, and you want to pick up a knife like this one, eBay's your best bet. These are not too expensive. They're relatively easy to buy. And then this one, I haven't seen secondary prices, but I presume that they're going to go down eventually. They're not too crazy. They weren't too crazy new, so hopefully I got a bunch of crap on my table. Forgive me on that. But all in all, I just wanted to bring light to a little bit of that history, perhaps, and also to the design overall and just this knife. I think that if you have a loved one, what a perfect gift. What a perfect gift. Buck of the month. They only made these. There's 500 of these on the planet, and they correlate with something special. Maybe it's an anniversary. Maybe it's you got married that month, and you can pick one up. Maybe a birthday, whatever. So just wanted to show a little bit of that, show it off a little bit, and hopefully that is helpful to you. Again, and if you like this design, hopefully they'll come up with more of them. But that drop point is beautiful, beautiful for getting the eyes out on potatoes. And just cool. I don't find it to be so obnoxious of a fixed blade. That was my biggest fear when I saw it was a fixed blade. I wanted to be able to carry it, but it's not so crazy that I can't carry it. My shirt, I wear Duluth long tees for my carry gun, and I find that it hides at the best. And this really gets hidden in the shirt as well. So I'm not too concerned about carrying around a fixed blade at places because nobody knows I have it on me, even though it's in the drop down, the straight up and down configuration. So yeah, that's what I got today. Just wanted to show it off a little bit, give a little light to Buck of the Month. If you are interested, go to Buck's website and keep an eye out for future Buck of the Months. They have one of them, I forget the month, is still available, but they have cool designs that come out all the time. The other thing that's notable, I think, is keep an eye out and look at their discount program. Now, the discounts don't go on Buck of the Month. However, if you're a first responder, a firefighter, they have a whole list of qualifying titles, if you will. You can get registered with them and get a discount on knives. So, and a pretty healthy discount at that. So I really do appreciate them doing that. And again, does not qualify you for this, but it qualifies you for other blades that they may have, like the 124 that I'm looking at that is now significantly cheaper from my volunteer firefighting status. So anyways, thanks guys.